What is good with the YouTube fight fans all over the world? It's your boy, the realest of the real. Yes, sir, I said it. Real Talk Boxing. It is a privilege and honor and a major blessing to be back with you beautiful people yet again. I'm trying to make this quick post-fight video before I go in and check out the undercard of Deontay Wilder versus Helenius. Let's talk about the women. Fortunately, I was able to watch the whole women's card plus the main event before I went off to my daughter's fall festival. Okay? We got to talk about Mayer versus Baumgardner. First of all, I want to start by saying this. Good competitive fight. Wasn't as exciting as I thought it was going to be. But you sometimes get that when you have elite versus elite. You know, the best fighting the best. Sometimes it's kind of technical. But nevertheless, it wasn't boring. Put it that way. And I have to say this. I slept on Baumgardner's skill set. She has way more skill set than I thought. The fight was very, very close in my opinion. I honestly thought the fight could have been a draw. The fight could have gone either way. And I would have stated the same thing if Michaela Mayer would have won the fight. It was really, really close, man. I had it dead even, but there were a couple of rounds that was so hard to judge, so hard to score. It was a toss-up. So that's why I say it possibly should have been a draw so they could, fight again. I'd like to see a rematch, but Michaela Mayer could have made it a lot easier on herself if she would have stayed consistent with the jab each and every single round and stopped leaning her head to the right so much. But it was a good fight, man. Good fight, good representation of the women coming up in the pro fighting ranks. I've always loved women fighters ever since Christy Martin, Lucille Riker. I remember seeing them fight and I loved them. Mia St. John, McCarthy, what's her name? McCarter? I can't remember her name. I used to love that chick. She had short hair. What is her name? Anyway, but I've always been a fan of women boxing. Some people ain't with it. Some people are not with it, but I've always been with it. Now, the main event, though, man. Good Lord, the main event. The main event. They really put it down for the women. They represented very well for women's professional boxing. You had two champions fighting two champions. This fight actually exceeded my expectations. But before I get into this fight, I'm gonna rant a little bit. Because, some things just continuously happen. I just get so sick of it. And I'm just done with it. I got a little backlash for stating that I wanted Savannah Marshall to win this fight. Even though I said that if she doesn't knock Claressa Shields out, she's going to get her lips boxed off. I don't think the fight was close. Some people say it was very close. I just think Claressa Shields ran away with it. But before we get into that, my post-fight reaction on that. I stated that, man, you know what? I like Savannah Marshall's attitude better. She's humble. She's a quiet assassin. And I just never done well with loudmouth, arrogant people. So I'm hoping she wins the fight. Got some backlash for that. Because on my Instagram Messenger, some people actually messaged me and gave me a piece of their mind. I mean, you can only imagine what about, right? Real talk, why don't you support your black fighter? Really pissed me off, man. It really did. Because race has to always be an issue in boxing. In America. See, over in the UK, overseas, they don't do this bull crap. They don't. They don't see color. Wish it could be the same here. You know what I'm saying? So, why I don't support my black fighter? I support all fighters. All fighters. Regardless if I like their attitude or not. It's what they bring to the ring, their skill set. I might not necessarily like your attitude, but I respect you as a boxer. Okay? So if Savannah Marshall was black, would you have messaged me on my Instagram asking me that stupid question? It's my channel. I can talk about what I want to. I'm not scared to because I'm not scared of you. I'm not. Freedom of speech, baby. You want to call and ask me a question? Or you want to message and ask me a question? Well, I'm telling you, I support all fighters. And if I want a certain fighter to win, that's my opinion. And if you don't like it, whatever. Whatever. I'm sick of race being thrown into boxing all the freaking time. It's like you got to walk on eggshells nowadays saying who you like and who you don't like. Well, that's my favorite boxer. Well, why? Why? Why is that your favorite boxer? Huh? We've been through this. We've been through it with Deontay Wilder. This is my rant. I'm tired of it. I don't appreciate it. I can say who I'm backing up or who I want to win all I want. If you don't like it, so what? Shut up. Anyway, back to this amazing fight. Grit. These two women have grit. And I had respect for both fighters going into this fight, but the respect that I have for them now is nuts. It is nuts. First off, the body attack of Claressa Shields was very smart. Very, very smart. And it slowed Marshall down quite a bit. And had she not gone to the body, this fight probably could have been a little bit closer. But the skill set of Shields and the determination of Shields is like no other. But I can't sleep on Savannah Marshall, who took a lot of punishment. Now, we all know, or we should know, that Shields doesn't have power. She literally did everything she possibly could to hurt and knock out Savannah Marshall. Just not going to happen. I said there's two ways that this fight can play out. Savannah knocks her out, or Savannah gets her lips boxed off. And in my opinion, that's what happened. And even though I don't like her attitude, I'm going to respect the fact that she always figures out how to win with her lack of power. Much like Devin Haney. Women's boxing is on a rise. You hear me? It is on a rise. And it takes fighters like these two women, these two warriors, to open a lot of people's eyes to it, because some people just don't care for women's boxing. They don't. They don't want to see women in a combative sport at all. But hey, if you can fight, you can fight. You understand what I'm saying? Big ups to these two fighters. I mean, Marshall just got outclassed. And she got out-hustled. She had spots, don't get me wrong. There was spots where Shields up against the ropes because Shields was gassed out because she was throwing every punch with the intention to render her unconscious. But I think Shields could have made a fight a lot easier for herself, especially win-wise, if she understood that I ain't going to be able to knock her out. I don't have the power. But she had it in her mind. She was dead set, I got to at least hurt this girl or drop her and back up what I was saying this whole time. But does it really matter? Because she got the W. It was an amazing fight. Amazing. Both these women are strong. Strong champions. Now, Claressa Shields is on top, regardless of who likes it or not. Savannah Marshall, hold your head up high. You did a wonderful thing for women's boxing, and so did Claressa Shields. I respect them both to the fullest, and now even more. Great fight for women's boxing. Now let's go see what these dudes gonna do. I'm anxious to see Caleb Plant versus Anthony the Dog Darrell, because I think that fight is going to exceed my expectations. What did you think about this women's card? Did you like it? Did you not? Comment down below, let your boy Real Talk know. As always, respect all. Fear none, God bless. Until the next time, Real Talk Boxing. I'm up and I'm out here. Boom!